Hey y'all, Dark Cowboy Lee here. So this is a video. I am on Twitch right now, just so you know. So if we mess up here, it's because we're live. But I'm doing a video for you guys because a lot of my friends and people ask me, how do you play the dice game in this Assassin's Creed Valhalla, right? Well, I'm gonna tell you guys a quick tutorial how to play it. I learned in my first playthrough in Norway. It wasn't that hard for me, but some people find it kind of difficult. So I said, you know what, let me make a video. Whoever wants to watch it, they could check it out. And based off my explanation, maybe you guys will understand it. But it's very simple, no-brainer. I actually been on a winning streak playing against different people. Right now I'm doing the Oxford or Oxenford, right? Dice one. You actually need to do this one to get a clue for the one of the order people. Once you beat him, you get an extra clue for one of the top order people that you got to assassinate. So we're just going to get straight into it. We're going to play the game. I'm going to run over through all the details you need to know about. You'll probably get the whole understanding how to play the game within 5 minutes of this video, or maybe even before. But we're going to play it throughout and upload the whole video. And if you're interested in just knowing, like, I guess the pretty much understanding, like, the if I win or not, right? If I lose or win, because that's the outcome. But I've been on a winning streak, like I said, I have not lost. So right now we're gonna start off. You're gonna need to pick your gods of favors. Every time you beat a person in these dice games, you get their god of favor, right? So that was the last one I unlocked, right? Which +1 archery for every one that you have. Um, these are all decent, right? I'm just running the one. I'm just running one right here, which adds an extra for each defense for more defense, right? God's favor, I'll explain that in a second. But the main one you're gonna want, and it's the first one you actually get in Norway, playing dice in Norway. So I recommend getting this one. Okay, this is the best one that's gonna win you all the games, and throughout the dice game. This one wins me all the games. As you can see, 8 damage right there, right? But anyways, these don't even, I just have them there just for extras, right? You even got heal abilities, which is right here. It tells you how much they cost. But let's get right into it and explain how it works, right? So obviously you're gonna pick heads or tail, don't matter, right? It's all by luck, whatever the games want. So I'm playing first. Usually it doesn't matter who plays first, but if you're playing second, you have an advantage, right, of winning. So now let's explain. So you see these dice right here with the little square around it. So those are the ones you're gonna want to put out on the field no matter what. Yes, you could go play offensively or defensively, or whatever. So let's just explain the dice real quick. Like, we got all of them here. So obviously archery, the arrow way to shoot enemies, right? The only thing can stop archery is a shield, right? So if your opponent does a shield, it's gonna hit the shield unless you use a god favor that can go past a shield, right? Then these, you steal your opponent's god's favor, which if you just steals one. So if your opponent has god favor, you just steal one of his at the end of the round. And then obviously you got the helmet, which that protects you from axes, right? So it's very straightforward on that, right? So axes protect helmets. Obviously, if you don't have no defense, they're just gonna hit your life points, which is over here, these little stones, right? We start off, I believe, is what, 15 life points on each, right? So it's 15 life points per each person. But if they have certain abilities that can heal it up, you can look at your opponent's ability. So see, he had each die. That's an ability that I haven't seen. So he has extra damage, right? And then also the same one we had, Thor Strike, but that's the best one. So starting out, what you want to do is for sure always go for the ones that have the little squares around it. Why? Because as you can see, these just say block and all that stuff. Look at what it says on above. Deals 1 damage and gain 1 god favor. That's what that little symbol means. Like, those are the god favors you need to activate your abilities on the bottom right. So with those are very important. So the way I play, and I won all my matches so far, I just go and place the ones with the squares, right? And I re-roll. So you're just gonna pick the one that has a square, re-roll, right? And this, I don't know if the difficulty on the game goes to the dice. I'm playing on very hard, but I don't know if that adds the equivalent or the dice just has its own difficulty. I'm not sure how it works, but I am on very hard. You'll see that from my other videos that I've done boss fights in. So as you see, on his first roll, he already has 4 God's favor, and he's trying to steal 2 of mine already. He's only doing 1 offense, so he can already have 4. I only got another extra one, but I can steal 1 of his. So we're just gonna do the same thing, go back right at it, and we roll our dice. This is the last roll. You get 3 rolls, so we got 1 extra God favor. So we're gonna get 3 God favors. You're gonna see it pop up on the bottom right. and you're gonna see what I mean. So watch right there. Those are the God's favors because of the little squares around the dice. We actually got lucky with the archery. He didn't play defensively, and we steal 2 of his, but he steals them back. There's no big difference right there, right? So we actually did good damage there when we weren't even trying to, right? So at that point on the last row, it's whatever you get. He's getting good rolls already. He has 3 more God's favor, and that's what matters. But we get 3 too. You just throw them out there, and look, the benefit was of me throwing those out there. Look, shield. That's why I prefer going second if your opponent goes first, because the AI is usually gonna throw whatever he has God favor, right? That's like the key. Getting most God favor should use your abilities on the bottom right here. So he has an archery. I'm already gonna block it, and I got an archery, and he has nothing to block it yet. So his option is in his next row, either he throws a regular shield to protect himself, or he goes for the God favor, right? So those are like the options there. You could do the same too, right? You could just play, like, I could go more archery right now because he has no shields, or I could protect myself, right? But obviously I'm just trying to get the most God favor so I could get an easy, clean win. So you're gonna see what I mean by that in a few. So there I got 4, right? Now that we got points, you could pick what you want to upgrade. So it costs 8 God favor to activate the 5 damage, which you're gonna just do instant damage to this. There's nothing he can do to protect himself. Same thing with those. That's just how much it costs, the little number of God favor. Why is it saying 8 when I only have 3? Well, it's taking the equivalent of the ones that I'm gonna get right now, right? So I'm gonna get 4 more plus with the 3 I have. I think I got 4 actually there. I'm not sure. So and it costs 8, right? And we're gonna steal 1, and I believe you always steal first. So that's how that works. But I'm just gonna skip because we want to get more God favor stacked up. And then you could also do triangle if you want. I mean, not triangle, X if you want to speed up the, this result right here. We had to get more damage on him, as you can see, which is great. But look at all the God's favor he had. So if he wanted, he could do a crazy that ability I was talking about. That's the best one, Thor strike. That you get that in Norway on me, and he'll just destroy me, right? Instantly, because he won't win, but he could do 8 damage to my stones health points, and that's a lot of damage. So now let's see what my opponent does. Hopefully I keep my win streak alive, because that would suck if I lose while I'm trying to do a video on this, right? But at this point of the video, you should probably understand how the game works. It's no brainer. The main option is just going for your God favors. Like, that's your opponent's gonna do the same thing. Yeah, you could just play more aggressive or defensively with the basic dice. But God favor is always gonna matter, because those God favor abilities is like what determines who's gonna win, right? Overall. So right now I'm gonna get 5 points. Like I said, he's gonna do damage. So when you use God points, obviously he's gonna use 8 to do 5 damage. I mean, it takes away the ones that are highlighted. It's gonna take them away, right? So now he's gonna take away those God favors, and they're gonna go away. So you'll see that right now, that animation. So now they're gone. So yeah, I took a lot of damage, but we actually got free damage due to him doing that, right? So that kind of worked out a little. But if he does that again, we'll lose, because if he does 8 damage, I only got what, 6, 7. So if he does it again, I lose instantly. But sometimes the AI might not do it because they're a little worried. And he has 8 also, so my goal is to do 8 on him. So at this point, I gotta play defensively, right? This is like the last play that's gonna matter, and actually this works out great for me. So we can just throw that out. He's has nothing aggressive yet. He's going all defense. And he's not even protecting the arrow. So look at all the God favors I get. That's 6 points right there. Now we're just gonna do this. We got 12. We're gonna select it. He's doing 5 again, but he's not hitting me, so I'm gonna survive. And you go first always, I believe, on these animations. We'll see that right now. I don't know why he did 5. He could have done, I think he could have done 8, but oh, he goes first actually. Wow. So we ended up surviving with 2. And boom, we won the game because of the Thor strike. So the reason I go God's favors always, as soon as you get the Thor one and Norway, that's the first one you could get in the first dice game. It's so easy to like win, because that as long as you stack up some God favors, you'll get some easy wins, right? So right there, I got the order information, and that's about it. But yeah, guys, hopefully that was a little informative for you guys. Not very hard. I found like the Witcher one was a little more. From The Witcher 3, it was a little harder to play their card game at first. It took me a little longer to learn it. then you understand it's pretty basic. I feel like this one's way more basicer because I just caught it on the first time I ever played it, right? So, but hopefully this video is helpful for y'all guys. Check me out on Twitch on Dark Cowboy Lee if you're interested. We'll be playing other games too. I'm right now focused on Assassin's Creed and doing guide videos. I got a bunch of videos coming out. But hopefully this guys helped you out, and we'll catch you on the next one, I guess. And make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, just comment below, let me know what you guys, if you got any other tips for the dice game, guys, and catch you on the next one.